this is going to be a new kind of podcast we're testing.
Yeah. It's like a pilot.
Yeah, pilot. If it does well, we'll probably do this, record like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Put them out like once a week.
Because it's fun. We get together and we just talk. Half the time we go to dinner and we just talk about like real world topics.
Just hang out.
Yeah. And like, one of our topics recently has been Monster Hunter. And the new game...
January 26th!
I know, I can't wait! I don't have a PS4 yet. Oh, there's Puffin.
Wait, what's that over there? That's a PS3?
No, that's a DVD player.
That looks like a PlayStation.
I know it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, I'm like, oh, she has a PS4, she's ready to go. Like,
No, that's a DVD
That's a DVD
player.
player. That's actually...
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a DVD Blu-ray player combo. Yeah. So, I have to save up to get a PS4 because I'm playing with Abe. I already know that because we play enough Monster Hunter together.
Yeah.
He has seen my rage. My worst monster is Hellblade Glavenus. Like,
it doesn't get any easier in Double Cross.
I know, but he pisses me off. I need to get a Switch too, just to play Double Cross, just so I can kill it.
I'm trying to think. You don't have that problem like you used to. With
the
lava.
Yes, oh
no, the lava's not that big a deal.
Oh, okay.
Because of...
Puffin's interrupting us.
Puffin the cat.
Puffin decided that she likes Abe this week, so she's now sitting right by his feet.
Yeah. But Hellblade Glavenus, the maps they put it in don't cater to that problem.
Like...
as much.
I am the type of monster hunter who gets killed by stupid shit. Like, stupidest of stupid shit. I got killed by a tail getting cut off and hitting me.
I didn't know its tail could do damage.
Apparently, Kid didn't either.
Yeah. No, but one last thing about that, the football topic.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can move on to topics. Your story reminded me of senior year where one of our O-line coach, and I can't remember his name, but I remember his face vividly, and he was like this big old, he wasn't swole, but he was just a big guy, because he used to be a lot bigger, he lost a bunch of weight. Anyway, Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days, we just had like a lineman day, where all of the linemen all the varsity linemen, not so much the other, but we go to his place after practice, and him and his girlfriend would just cook up food, and we just chill, eat, watch movies until like 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, and then we'd go back to the school and go home. And it was like, you can get fired for stuff like that, and it's ridiculous.
It is.
But yeah, kind of end that off like, college football players, college athletes in general, should be paid somehow. There should be some
compensation.
Yeah, because billions with a B, billions of dollars goes into athletics and all kinds of stuff for a college or university. Of course, it varies with the size and the notoriety of each university, but potentially billions of dollars goes into programs like these. So why wouldn't you at least
give them
the least you can do is make sure your players are as healthy and as kosher as possible in the situations they're in, because some players are literally across the country, no friends, no family, nowhere to go if they get the boot. They have to go back home if they can even afford to go back home. Some players are a little bit more fortunate. They live at home and they just commute to class. But again, that situation earlier where it's like, your family may not have the finances to function properly without you working or bringing in money.
And I know several
little goes
kids,
a long way.
Yeah, I've known of several kids who, that's one of their major problems. Like, somebody I went to high school with, when he won a full ride scholarship to Duke, he won it on a soccer scholarship. His family was so poor that if he didn't get that scholarship, he wouldn't have been able to go to college. And when he went away to college, his mother had to take on another job just to keep the family afloat, because what he used to work when he was in high school, she lost that income. And when he'd come home for the summer, he used to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make sure that she had enough money during the year when he was gone to survive.
Yep.
That's the truth. But back to Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Something a little more fun.
We cut in, now we're back to where we were. As far as Monster Hunter, I got 3 things to say about Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World. I don't have to say anymore.
Don't get me deep.
No, Greed Squad.
Yeah.
Not just Duncan and deep, but Greed Squad.
No, I'm just waiting for him to like rage at the game. Like I feel like there's gonna be something funny.
In the world?
Yeah.
He's played the demo and stuff.
But the demo is just a demo. Like there's gonna be something in the game that's just gonna make him rage like it did in Double Cross. Because remember when he started freaking out when they were fighting the Elder Dragon?
Well, Lao Shin Long?
Yeah, and
that's because
they
they changed
screwing
Lao. But they changed Lao.
Yeah, but like I think they're gonna
like 5 areas.
But it's every time Duncan plays a game, he rages.
He finds something.
Yeah, he finds something.
Cross for me was...
And we're not talking bad about Duncan. We think he's a wonderful person.
Great. Shouts out to Duncan, homie. You know how I feel. It's simple. But
I think it's gonna be fun to watch. Oh, and the game that you guys were playing online that you guys couldn't find each other for the longest time. Dauntless.
I've got a rant about, not a rant, but a
statement.
I'll say it in short a little later, but I'll probably have a video about Dauntless on my channel. And
go check him out. His link is in the description down below.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We're talking about how Duncan freaks out.
Shit for Duncan.
Yeah. Like, he finds something and he's like, ah! But it's great.
See, I was about to say, Malfestio was my annoying thing. Because I got a video on my channel. I'm trying not to plug my channel so much, but
you're fine.
I've got a video on my channel. It's like the whole Smash Bros. What's the meme? It's the Melee meme. Wombo Combo.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm just getting torn up by Malfestio, and it's not even funny. It is funny, but it's not funny at all when you see just how bad
I've seen that video.
Up. It's horrible.
It's great.
It's disgusting.
It's like, whenever we hunt, like, I'm still trying to finish my Thunderlord's Nogre armor, and he was doing a hunt of Thunderlord, I think it was Thunderlord 3 on stream, and I was using bow, and I got, what's the one that tears through the tail? It just unlocked
Blade Wire.
Blade Wire. I used Blade Wire, and shot 3 I had on that damn thing, I took its tail off, and I was like, yes! It was incredible! And the clip is somewhere. I have to find that clip.
Oh yeah, you did clip it.
I did clip it. I was like, oh, clip. I took out your tail. You are mine. Because if you've never fought Thunderlord Zynoger, it sucks.
Yeah, Zenny is nothing to play with. I think he was overshadowed in Double Cross because of the way, and it was weird what they did to him in Generations. It turns out, or from my knowledge anyway, it turns out he had a set base HP.
Yeah.
He would just get higher attack power every time, but
really?
his HP wouldn't change that much.
It didn't seem that way hunting him.
Well, it's because his, like, not just attack, but like his attack and defense would go up, but his HP would very slowly increase, and it wasn't that high of an increase. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I could probably look it up and find out. But yeah, so it was okay for Generations, but Double Cross, I guess he's easier. I fought one before, and I don't remember it much, which means it was probably easy enough to either, kill before I captured, which happens in G1 aneither.
I can't capture anything. I end up killing it.
I gotta look at that later.
You're supposed to teach me.
We either killed it before we were supposed to capture it, because the G rank level 1 wants you to capture every deviant for some reason. Or we just did it so efficiently that I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Same with, I remember Deadeye Garuga. I remember that one.
I haven't.
Same with Deviant Malfestio. we worked like.
Do you remember when I convinced you to do the event Narkuga?
Narcarcos.
Yeah, Narcarcos. Oh my god, Abe wanted to kill me.
Like, it wasn't even that. It was a hard quest.
It just took forever.
I was gunning, so I was running out of supplies, and I knew nobody brought supplies for me. because I didn't ask for them. And whenever I do ask for them, it's like people forget. It's like I need normal ones and normal threes. Not normal ones, normal twos and normal threes. I forgot your normal threes. I can make them for shoes. No, shoes, no, I ain't gonna have. It's all good. We just gonna take another 5 minutes or so. But anyway, yeah, I was using what's it called? I just upgraded it in Double Cross. You don't gun though. You don't.
No, I don't use. I use bow.
She uses bow, not like.
Or double sword.
It was it's like the audience will know if you play Generations in Double Cross. You'll know I can't remember the name of it. It's
Describe it.
It's like a fancy looking golden gun.
Just call it the golden gun.
The golden gun where you shoot the crag shot. It rapid fires crag shots or whatever, and you put artillery expert on your set and you're a god because you just blow everything up, explosive headache style. And I was using that set, and I had an item pouch set up for that, but I ran through it because we were doing the Super Nakarkos, and
I said, do you want to do the event Nakarkos? And he's like, sure. I haven't done it before. That's the last time I got to choose a Nakarkos mission.
Yeah,
because I was hunting for parts.
She can't even choose the regular one anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm not allowed.
Because you can't distinguish unless you go look at the quest names.
Yeah.
And since I know the high rank name in English, I know when you're choosing the event. Japanese would be a little different. You might have me. But
I would do it too, and he knows that that's why I'm not allowed to choose.
In English, it's a little different. But yeah, like, I guess the second thing out of my 3 things is, if you have a Switch, if you can get a Switch, I'm looking at the camera intently. If you can get a Switch, if you have a Switch, if you've done things to your 3DS that Nintendo doesn't want you to do, get Monster Hunter Double Cross and stop complaining about it not coming to America. Please stop doing that. Just get the game in Japanese. If you've done things to your 3DS, get the English patch. I'm not condoning that stuff. I'm just telling you, if you've already done that stuff.
Because you already bought the game. Here's the difference between piracy and you have the game in another language and you're just patching it into English.
You've already bought the game.
You've already spent the money.
It's still wrong, technically. Don't upload content with the English patch, because you will get content ID.
Yeah.
But you've already bought the game, and if you haven't, then you should be ashamed. I'm not telling you to pirate the game. I'm telling you to get your hands on the game by any means legally possible.
Like, the ROMs I play on my computer are every single game I own. I physically own a copy of Platinum. I physically own a copy.
Oh.
No, Platinum is... Wait, here it is.
She moved it, yeah.
Here. I physically own the copy.
Yo, she got so mad when I asked to borrow it.
I'm like, no, I haven't played through it. I haven't played through... Okay, Generation 4. Is this 4?
This is 4, yeah.
Okay, I haven't played through Generation 4 at all.
Least fun gen ever.
I don't mind it as much.
It's the least fun gen ever.
Wait, where the hell is that?
That's
the giant Piplup. I'm looking at that giant Piplup confused. I haven't seen that yet. So, I don't... All the games I play...
I don't remember.
Like, hold on. We're gonna have to make a quick cut.
I forgot. Why does he have Calm Mind on a fucking...
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I just thought about something.
So nobody complains. Here's my original Visual Boy. It has blue in it.
With gold.
I own gold.
Crystal?
No, I don't have crystal.
I was gonna buy crystal.
I have green. I have red. I have ruby and sapphire. I have all these games. The ROMs I play are not, like, I'm not using ROMs that I don't own the game for.
She's a little more lenient. I'll put it to you like this. If I'm playing a game, if I'm playing Pokemon, because I haven't played every game.
Yeah.
Every ROM game I've played, I haven't played prior. But Pokemon is the exception. If I'm playing a Pokemon ROM, I've either bought a copy of the game at one point in my life, or, in the case of Platinum, I played so much Platinum that I've played my hours, the amount of hours I played of the game correlates to the amount of money that I would have spent playing, owning the game.
Yeah.
Like I borrowed a friend's platinum. I had maybe 80 hours, 80 to 100 hours, and like that's just because you play through the actual game, you're grinding, you play through the post game. Post game in Gen 4 is actually really fun in platinum.
I haven't got there, so I don't know.
It's pretty amazing. It's a nice chunky little storyline, but then there's also like just extra parts to the region that are just fun to explore and look at. And it's like Battle Frontier is still in the game, so you have that too. But yeah. So I played 80 to 100 hours of platinum. It's my least favorite generation, but it's not the worst generation.
What's the worst generation?
The worst generation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I have to say, shoot, that's hard. That's hard for me because I used to say that Gen 4 was the worst, but then somebody put some perspective into my head, and it's like, you know what? It was actually a really good generation. It spawned the best remakes. It spawned the single two best games in the franchise: Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Which I haven't played yet.
Remakes of Gold and Silver.
Which, here's the original. Children, this is called a game cartridge.
That's a real cartridge.
Yeah, like...
Not like this little... Not like...
yeah, not like that.
Not like these. That's a real cartridge.
I own these. And what's really funny, even though this thing doesn't hold a charge for very long, probably... No.
It doesn't hold on hold, does it? Oh. Pling. Oh, you have the sound down. Now it's never going to...
See?
I forgot you could do that with those. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
listen, the original music. This is what we grew up with. Stop complaining that your graphics aren't good enough on your 3DS. This is what we.
I wasn't even gonna get on that.
This is what we grew up with, and this is actually my Game Boy Advance from when I was like 13.
I couldn't keep one the same time.
I legitimately have every single game I owned on it.
I went through 4 or 5
and you can
SPs.
tell. See, the back of it says EM.
For Eminem,
Eminem, really? Aaron Moriarty. The reason why is because me and my brother would fight over who owned the game cartridge, so my mom got annoyed and just wrote, yeah. So it was settled.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was trying to name the worst generation.
Yeah. We got off our tangent from Monster Hunter.
Unfortunately, all signs point to Gen 3.
Yeah, well, the remakes are much better than the originals. I'll give you that.
I was about to say Gen 1, but then I was like, there's one thing in Gen 1 that I like that I can't replace with Gen 3. So Gen 3 is probably the least impressive generation, and it's probably the one that did the worst. I mean, you'd have to look at the numbers, but probably did the worst for its time. Because you look at numbers nowadays in general, any form of media, whether it's video games, whether it's music, whether it's movies, whether it's whatever, you have to look at what time period the numbers came out in, as opposed to just the raw data. Because it's not the same as it was back in the 90s and the early 2000s where good stuff just got sold. Mm-hmm. It's not like that anymore. It's like, you know how to get something for cheaper or for free. You're get it for cheaper or for free, and it docks numbers.
Like, you remember for PS, the very first PlayStation, they used to sell these discs with Pizza Hut. It was a demo disc of like 12 different games. So I
remember those discs.
Yeah, with Ape Escape and Final Fantasy. Like that was, yeah, like that's how we used to get our like test games.
Yeah, that's how we used to get our little fixes and.
Yeah.
Like,
this is what
the
you
beta
don't.
Was good. That was the beta.
Yeah, exactly. That was our beta. We didn't have open betas. We didn't have any of this shit.
Open betas, closed betas, alphas. We didn't know about that mess. We just thought the game came like that.
When we played these games on the playground, and I'm not even kidding you, you'd be sitting on the jungle gym in the playground playing Pokemon with your friends with the wire. I wish I still had that damn wire.
Link cable?
Yeah, the link cable.
I had a few of those for
yeah, so you'd have the link cable in and you'd be battling, and if somebody accidentally unplugged the link cable, guess what?
Accidentally.
Yeah.
I'm going to accidentally tell the teacher or put this little 7-year-old fist in your face.
Like, we used to have, I don't know why people complain, like, I can understand Duncan's complaint when he was recording an FFA and nobody can connect. But everybody else, you don't know the struggle we had to go through. Or if something was wrong with your link cable and you traded your friend a Pokemon and they couldn't trade you back. Like an evolution like Gengar or Alakazam. Do you not know how frustrating that is?
I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even have a link cable until Gen 3.
Yeah.
And that was, I only used it for 3 people. My brother.
Because you could beat up your brother if he stole your Pokemon.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Because there was no team preview until Gen 5.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. So I forget I had, there's one battle, he had like all his best mons.
Yeah.
And I forgot I had a Vulpix because I was doing Pokedex completion. Oh. So I had this level 30 Vulpix up against Boy Kyogre and Blaziken. I was just like, I can't do anything. And he's like, let's go get on. I'm like, let me switch. And I was like, I'm not playing you if you don't let me switch my guys out.
Oh my god.
And so...
Like, the other thing is, we didn't know about the shiny charm. We didn't know about shinies in general.
We didn't have a shiny charm until Gen 5.
Yeah, I know. This was not things that we were apparently
didn't know about EVs. I knew about cloning because
well, you could do it in gold.
You knew it in
gold and silver. What you could do is you could go to a PC, save your game, deposit a Pokemon on the PC, and then as soon as it went to save, restart. That's how you cloned.
It's a little more complex in Crystal. You had to do something. You had to move boxes.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Like, that's how we used to gen our Pokemon. We used to just clone them.
And even then, they were just replicas of what we already had. So it's like they weren't necessarily perfect.
Yeah.
It would be like, because the process was way different back then. You had to actually do math. Like, the process back then wasn't a process back then because nobody knew about it. And people only know about it now because of data mining.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work in the context of the past.
Like, we never had data mining. We'd get the games and we'd play through it, and nobody would know like what's going on. So you'd hear all these like crazy rumors. Like, I remember when Gold and Silver came out, there was a rumor that there was a secret area behind the burnt tower that you could get to, and if you got there, there was a 5th legendary there that was like this giant 3-headed dog. Like, that's what we all heard.
I don't know where you got that rumor from.
That was like something that was told to us, like on the playground. We also have to remember we were the kids that cut our fingers and then bled on daisies because we thought it would make Bellsprout. Not even kidding.
What the?
Not even kidding.
Hey, this is why you got out of Florida.
Yeah.
This is why she got out of Florida. Florida's probably dead set the craziest place in the country. In the United States of America, Florida is probably...
Yeah.
I've never lived there.
These are my stories.
I've been there several times, but like, it's just crazy. I
Yeah,
just hear everything that comes out of Florida, and it's
like nuts.
Yeah.
We're a different breed. They are, at least.
Oh.
Now I live in Atlanta. They have giant ATL, which, by the way, does not stand for Ace Trainer Liam. Because Ace Trainer Liam has a contest called the ATL. So people keep telling me, oh, you keep saying ATL. Are you talking about Ace Trainer Liam? I'm like, no, I'm talking about Atlanta. That's Atlanta's area.
It's an acronym.
Yeah.
It's, what do they call it? You get what I mean.
Yeah, it's for the airport code, too.
Yeah. But yeah, like, things are just different back then.
God, so different. Like, we used to have racist commercials on TV. Do you remember that?
We used to have commercials in our content.
Yeah.
Or, not content, but our television.
Yeah.
You don't even have that. I mean, unless you watch actual TV.
I watch the actual TV still.
I don't. I turn on the TV 16 weeks out the year. 20 if I'm interested in the playoffs.
Oh, true. But I mean, the whole thing for us is like, when we used to, if you wanted to watch the Pokemon anime, you had to be home at 3:30 in the afternoon or record it On a
Oh yeah, VHS. Yeah, you could do that. I had some friends
VHS.
who did that.
And then you had to go back and watch it, and then you had to use the tape over and over again, and then the tape would degrade. But like when we had Pokemon episodes, we didn't have YouTube. YouTube didn't exist. The only reason why YouTube was created was because somebody missed Madonna's nip slip. Or not Madonna, what's her name? Janet Jackson.
Not Janet.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson's nipple slip. That's the only reason why YouTube was created. You didn't know that? Look it up. It's actually a true fact.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I would have made a multi-billion-dollar website over that too.
Yeah.
Be honest with y'all.
But I mean, the whole thing is, it's like, that platform for us didn't exist. We had dial-up. Do you not know how frustrating it is to be on the internet trying to do homework and your mom picks up the phone?
Wait, you had homework on the internet?
Yeah.
You had homework?
Yeah.
Hold on. This is 2002?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 10.
What school did you go to?
It was one of the elementary school teachers made us look up facts about giraffes, and I don't know why.
Okay. So it wasn't like homework. I'm thinking like the programs.
No.
Like what? How did you?
No. We used to look up facts about giraffes, and my mom picked up the phone and started calling my dad, so I had to scream, no, because I was like in the middle of it.
And it would freeze.
Yeah, it freeze. It's like you could not do anything on the
Freeze
computer.
or disconnect or what have you. And that's all, I can tell you my daily routine every day through elementary school. Wake up at 5:30, be up at the bus stop by 6:30.
I wasn't allowed to ride the bus because I kind of got off at the wrong stop when I was a child.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, my mom had to pick me up because I somehow I wrote it in the morning but not in the afternoon because I got off with my friend and I didn't tell my mom, so I was never allowed on the bus again because she couldn't find me for about 6 hours.
That's crazy. In
Oops.
Alpharetta, where I lived up there, everyone who went on this bus lived in the apartment complex I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
So that bus only went to that apartment complex.
Well, that's nice.
And maybe one other stop close by. And then it just went straight to the school. So you couldn't have that situation. So that's why I was like weirded out. But no, I'd go to school and I wasn't allowed to bring my device because
we weren't.
It was either in possession of my parents because they were like,
Lock up.
the weekly, like, you don't play games during the week, or before that was implemented, or if it's like, you know, you're doing good in school, whatever. Before all that, it was like, no, because we don't want you to get it lost or stolen, and yada, yada, yada. You guys know that deal. It's a little different now because people want to claim that, like, it's okay to do it in any and everything in school. But that's not the truth. But,
As a teacher, no! Trust me, I only let my students, I did this as encouragement to students for them to get their work done and study for tests, because if you did everything, you had everything turned in, and you had at least a B average in my class, one day I would let you bring in your DS or cards, and you could challenge me and your friends to a battle.
Oh.
And it worked. Do you want to know? I didn't have kids that turned work in late. I didn't have kids that got D's on tests because they were like, you know what? It's going to be really cool to brag to my friends about how I defeated my teacher playing Pokemon in VGC.
That's actually a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, it works. It really did. Like, it was crazy because they would get so competitive and, like, I'm not the best at plays, but most of the time I can't get away with it. But when they would lose to me, it was great. I have one child, and I love this child. He's doing so much better now. Can't say his name, but this child would argue with me, and I knew he liked Pokemon, so I said, okay, bring your DS tomorrow. We're going to have a battle. If I win,